Having a few cold ones. I really got that KP9 on the brain, man. And the 43X. And, well, the Arsenal that one dude mentioned. I hear you, Mike. The 106 CR. It looks like a powerhouse, a gem. Chop the barrel, SBR. You know. But that's out of my league right now. I think the price on that was like $18.99 with tax and all that. You know, kind of it's over to $2,100. Can't do it. And it's, you know, Zastava M70, M90, M92, M85. Do I go 556 over 762? I don't have any 762, and the prices have crept up on 762. Is there a benefit to running 762 over 556? I know it's an AK, so 762 is the caliber. But I watched TBT and a few other reviews that M85. That looks like a good viable option to get into the platform, to get familiar with how they feel. I know it's a 556 223 versus 762, but it would keep my bulk buys on ammo limited to what I've currently got and not having to go with a whole other caliber. Also, I'm not 100% clear on the mags and the compatibility, but can you run standard 5.56 mags in a 5.56 chambered M85 Zastava? If that's the case, that's another checkbox in the go 5.56. And then I turned to the KP9. The KP9 felt great. Wow. It just felt solid, felt cool once you throw a triangle brace on there. I mean, that's a ton. That's 9 mil, so that still keeps up with my handgun. So again, bulk buy 1,000 rounds of 9 mil. You're feeding that bad boy just the same as you are your handguns at the range. I don't mind adding a third caliber if it's warranted. Eventually, I'm going to own them regardless. I'd love to get an arsenal going forward. As far as AKs go, I want one of the big boys. I think Zastava is a good bang for the buck overall. I can grab an M70 all day right now for under a G-Note. But do I want a full size too? You know, that M85 is a nice pistol configuration. They even make a tactical one with a quad on it, with a quad rail and shit. It's got all the bells and whistles to mount your optics, rear or forward, you know, that kind of shit. You go with a standard M70 poly, but then like where you mount your optics, you gotta buy mounts and shit. So it starts adding up. Sorry, I just ate some honey roasted peanuts. So yeah, and the 43X is on the brain too. I love that gun. Felt great in my hand, man. So I'm doing one of those, sit back, relax, reassess, watch some videos, think about things, think some more. Don't run and buy the first thing you want to get. You have other priorities. You still want a suppressor. You still want this. Wish I was rich. Fuck, I'd have a ball if I won a bunch of money. That would be a video series that would be fun to watch. Hell, I'd buy everybody else a gun too. Come on, boys. Gift cards on me. I can't buy you a gun, but here's a $2,000 gift card for the store we're walking into. Have at it, Halls. The CAC SR15. We'll take 10. Yeah. Wrap them up. I saw everybody on rooftop losing their shit on the 11.5 CQB CAC uppers, man. I get it. I mean, cream of the crop, upper echelon. I can't wait to there's going to come a day when I can make it happen. But like I said a while back, I don't feel like I've earned a Knight's Armament rifle. Until my skill set gets to the point where I can keep up at least at a match and not be a fumbling, bumbling, zeroed asshole. I don't. That's one of my Eleanors. SR25, SR15. Even if I won 500 grand tomorrow on a scratch off and cashed out after taxes, and I could afford 10 of them, I don't think I'd buy one. I want to earn it. I want it to be something earned due to a lot of hard work and you know, dedication to a goal. I don't want it to be, oh, I bought a. You can buy all the Gucci gun in the world. If you don't build your skill set, you're just a fucking loot drop. You know, a big fat fucking loot drop. I also have thoughts about turning the DJ room into Gun Room 2.0. That's on the table. I'm pretty sure, I'm 97.9% sure I'm going to sell those tables and that controller and some of the lasers. There's some cash in that room, and I'm just not using them. I've been holding off, saying, all right, well, you go through these stages where you don't want to mess with stuff for a while, and then you get back into it, you know, and that was, you know, a dream of mine, and I got a killer setup, you know, so I'm holding off because, you know, I change my thoughts and desires like I change my socks sometimes, you know, it is what it is. But I'm really not, I don't know, part of me wants to get back into the DJ thing and have a little fun, but I'm like, I don't know. So you never know. Looking at those safes yesterday, I'm like, you know, a second safe would be a great idea. Can't afford those big Gucci crazy fat bastards. Number one, even if I had the money, the fat bastards wouldn't fit through the damn wall. You'd have to knock down a wall to get those in there. So it's got to fit. You know, it's got to be the same form factor as the one I bought. Maybe a touch bigger, but it's got to, the dimensions has to fit into the room. So, you know, they had a Liberty same size as my Sherlock. I'm sure it's much better made, but is it worth 3-4 times the money? Yeah. Grab a Sherlock secondary, throw it in there for the spillovers. Throw the white couch that's in the living room into the side room, so it still has a makeshift bed option. If my cousin grows some balls and sells his shit and gets down here, he's going to need a temporary home base to get his business started and to go search for houses. So that couch turns into a bed with the ottoman and the clips and whatnot. But I could still turn the room into a quasi Gun Room 2.0. You know, paint the walls green and shit. Do a John Wick fantasy on a budget. I don't know. These are the things that enter my brain, you know. But yeah, man. I'm really, really psyched up about that KP9. The Arsenal idea is a great one, but 106 CR and then the chopping of the barrel and the SBR, you know, you're pushing 3 Gs. That ain't happening right now. And I'm still on a side mission where I got rid of my PCCs and I want another one. I mean, hell, I was even looking at Shark Coast. They got that super deal for Strabog SP981 with the brace, $650. I'm like, what? The green one I had was $9.99. It was Cerakoted with the tiger stripe, whatever shit on it. The AFE tactical brace was nearly like $3 so I had like 13 plus tax and shipping. I had like $1,400-1,500 into that. I can get, you know, a standard SP981 black with the SBT Evo brace for $650 plus tax. You're looking at like $750 all in. That's a viable option for a PCC. And I miss my Strabog. I love that thing. I only sold it to fund other stuff because I'm not, you know, I was focused on other stuff, but I also don't want to revisit the same thing I've done yet. You know, I want to try new things, and the AK platform, I'm obsessed with it lately. The KP9 will get you into the comfortability of an AK and the controls, while being 9mm, so you can bulk buy the ammo that you run on your handguns, and still have a bunch of fun with it. You know, so that's where I'm thinking on that one. Now, the 43X is something I really want to get. At some point, I will get one. Do I get the standard or the MOS? That deal at the place, it wasn't a great deal. I forget the price. I gotta go back and watch the video, but it was like discounted from normal. And with the MOS system, will that accommodate a K model Holosum without buying custom fucking $200 plates? I don't know. Some of the videos I watched confused me a bit because their Glock is apparently going to dedicated cuts versus plates systems and shit. So I gotta check that out again to make sure that I don't get all crazy and buy the damn thing and find out I gotta drop another $150-200 on a C&H plate just to make a dot work. Or do you get the standard one and just have the slide cut later on? I know I'll regret that. I told myself that going forward, any pistol I buy is gonna be optics ready. It's just, you know, I don't want to deal with all that shit. So yeah, I got all these ideas floating around my head, doing different things, and that's where I'm at. As far as building my skill set, which is still job one and will continue to be, you know, I'm psyched. I'm gonna start going more. I am in desperate need of a good class. I was looking again at the on the webpage for the Volusia Club. What's it called? The Volusia Gun and Hunt Club or whatever. And they have SIG Academy classes there. They're not cheap though. They have all these dedicated classes: pistol 1, 2, 3, 4. They have classes dedicated to life saving and learning how to use all the medical stuff and stop bleeding and all that. I mean, they really deep dive. And they got the carbine courses and all this, you know, that's great. And they cost a bunch of, but I want to at least take a beginner's course to reaffirm my pistol fundamentals and a beginner's carbine course to truly reinforce my, you know, AR-15 functionality and those fundamentals, just to drive shit home. I think I have a good baseline of information where I take a couple of classes like that. It'll really fire it home, you know, really sink it into the DNA and shit. And that requires continual shooting and practice, and, you know, so that's where I'm thinking on that. So it's a lot to focus on. Well, ultimately, I feel good about moving forward, even if it's a really slow pace, and we'll see what happens going forward, man. But 22 is going to be a good year for building a skill set, and you know, I'm looking forward to it. All right, that's it. I'm going to have a couple more of these ice cold Bud Light. Bitch. I'm not like hammered or nothing, but, you know, feeling good. And then feeling good in the neighborhood. Ba-ba-ba. Sound like a commercial. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all the comments and the tips and the criticisms and everything in between. It means a lot to me. Thank you. And nowhere to go but up.